This is part 10 in the Revelation study, looking at the pictures of hope and encouragement that we receive through John's apocalypse. We're in the second vision yet, where John has been drawn up into the throne room. He's seen God on the throne, and we've seen the angelic creatures, and we've started to explore the seven seals and even seen the seven trumpets in relation to other 6-in-1 patterns. In the throne room, nobody has been able to open up the scroll of history and to read God's divorce indictment against Israel until John is introduced to the Lion of Judah, who is the Lamb who is slain. So Jesus takes the scroll and opens it up, and here we'll explore some of those seals. The first four seals reveal the four horsemen of the apocalypse. The four angelic creatures that we've seen in the throne room, those representing creation, and that we've seen in both Ezekiel and Isaiah, call forth the four horsemen of the apocalypse. They tell John to look and see what God is decreeing against Jerusalem. While many interpreters have seen the rider on the white horse as Jesus bringing his gospel to the world, this is not likely the strongest referent possible. Other than the fact that Jesus is later seen on a white horse, there's nothing to connect him here to this vision, and several reasons to see them as distinct riders. For one, Jesus is the one opening the scroll, and it would not make sense that he's also the subject of the scroll. The white horse, in the preterist view, is the conqueror from afar. It's Rome. This is the outbreak of the Jewish war with the armies of Rome as they come to suppress the rebellion. It's not surprising that God's chosen instrument of judgment, in this case Rome, would bear some resemblance to Christ. In Jeremiah, God gives us the prophecy of the king of Persia coming as his anointed one to bring judgment on Babylon. Although he has some superficial similarities to Jesus, Cyrus in those passages certainly is not the Messiah, even though he's anointed. Instead, this first rider on the white horse, armed with a bow and striking from great distance, is Rome, and more specifically, probably Vespasian. The rider on the white horse is followed by the red horse, which represents Israel's civil war that broke out during their war with Rome. The third horse, the black horse, brings to Israel a famine and economic ruin that have been recorded for us in secular histories. Josephus wrote of the extreme hunger in Jerusalem, which went to the extent of fulfilling many Old Testament prophecies about mothers having to eat their own offspring to survive. The fourth seal is opened and brings forth the pale horse, riding with Hades and bringing death. This is a limited death affecting 1/4 of the judged city. In the book of Isaiah, we have an apocalypse section, basically Isaiah 25 to 35. And in it, we see a reference, very similar to this one, to death in Hades. The rulers of Jerusalem in those Isaiah passages scoff because they have made a covenant with death. But Isaiah writes, "Your covenant with death will be annulled. Your agreement with the realm of the dead will not stand. When the overwhelming scourge sweeps by, you will be beaten down by it." Isaiah 28:18. In fact, in Isaiah, all four horsemen seem to ride through. Isaiah 28:19. As often as it comes, it will carry you away. Morning after morning, by day and by night, it will sweep through. This is all right before Isaiah 29 says that God will besiege Jerusalem and bring her low with a multitude of foreign foes, thunder, an earthquake, and scorching fire. She will be drinking, as though from the cup of wrath, and staggering, and will be unable to open a sealed scroll with this judgment written upon it in Isaiah 29, 1 through 12.